Hey y'all, this is Josh Beaton here with the pilot program of Lost in the Grizzly Sauce with my good friend Chef Charles, the head chef of GGC, and he is going to be making a bean and cornbread casserole and showing y'all how to do it. So, Chef Charles, what do we have here?
We have onions and peppers. We chop them up kind of fine, and what we'll do first is spray you want to spray your crock pot.
Okay.
And what that does, that prevents anything from sticking, because the chili will reduce and it'll get thicker, so it won't stick. So you take your onions and peppers. You can, if you like hot peppers, you can do hot peppers. If you don't like onions, you don't have to do the onions, or if you don't like peppers, you don't have to do peppers. But for this recipe, we got onions and peppers, so we'll take this, and the recipe is 1 medium onion, 1 medium green pepper. So we have that chopped up.
All right.
We have some garlic, and that's 2 cloves of garlic, peeled and chopped. And we also have 16 ounces of kidney beans, and 16 ounces of...
And what's this? Is this a crock pot, or is this a...
It's a crock pot. It's a crock pot.
Okay.
16 ounces of black beans, and you can do any kind of beans if you want. You can do lima beans. You can do...
pinto beans.
Pinto beans. You can do any kind of, whatever beans that you like. We also have 16 ounces of tomatoes, chopped tomatoes that go in, chili powder, and then what we do now is we'll take the cornbread. We'll make the cornbread up. Now the easiest way to do the cornbread is I have it by scratch on the recipe. You can do it by scratch, but what you can do is you can cheat and do a corn mix with Jiffy. So what you would do is a third cup of milk, 1 egg, okay, and then 1 package of Jiffy, and that's easy. Mix it up first. Make sure the egg incorporates with the milk. Pour the Jiffy cornbread mix in there, and this recipe here is good for, you know, just put it together, and you can put the top on and leave it. Okay, and then so you take that, and then you'll slowly pour it over your mixture. Now, once you pour the cornbread over it, that's it. You know, you can't go back and put anything else in there. And then you take your lid and put your lid on, and the setting is on high. Like I said again, the recipe is here. You can follow the recipe. You can omit, you know, add on, or however you like it. If you want it spicy, I would add some cayenne pepper or some hot peppers, jalapeno peppers. You can add that. And it's 1 hour. Depends on your crock pot. Some newer crock pots go faster. This is an older crock pot, so it'll go a little bit slower. So it'll be about 1.5 hours. But you can tell when your cornbread's finished. And this is a finished product here.
You wanna get in there, Garrison? There it is.
And the cornbread is finished, and it can get a little bit browner. So it's got maybe about 15-20 minutes left, and that's it. But one key ingredient is don't keep opening and closing the pot, because that reduces the heat. So once you put it on there, you can go to class. When you come back 1 hour or 2, smell the room. It'll smell real nice, and you can get busy and start eating. And another good thing is you can take the crock pot out when it's finished and put it into the refrigerator and snack on it later.
So let me ask a dumb question. I don't know anything about cooking. Why is it that you have to add in the cornbread last to the crock pot?
Because you can't mix. Once the cornbread is in there, you don't want to mix it in your chili, because it stays on top and it rises.
Okay.
So when you go and get your chili, you'll spoon it, and you'll get a piece of cornbread and your chili. If you mix it in there, it's going to mix all into the ingredients. It's going to be like meal. It's going to be real gritty. So,
makes sense?
Yeah. So make sure, taste it before you put the cornbread mixture in there. Make sure you got it to the right consistency, because the flavors are going to get stronger as it cooks. And then put your cornbread mixture on there. Look over the recipe before you put your cornbread mix on there. Make sure you got everything in there that you want in there. If you want double, these crock pots are big, so you can make double of the recipe. So you can have more if you have company over or whatever. You can make double. But and all you have to do is double the recipe. That's it. Or if you want less than that, just half the recipe.
And so this is like an easy recipe for anyone to follow?
Very easy. If you mess this up, I'm going to be disappointed.
Well, that's perfect. Okay, we're gonna pause here. What else do you need me to do?
So let's see if we can talk about maybe like cleaning out the crock pot, like so when you're complete and all that kind of stuff, like how that process.
When we do what now?
If you were like to clean up the crock pot like when you were done, like what sort of things should you know when cleaning it out?
Here, let me ask. You want me to ask the question?
Yeah.
All right, you
Okay,
good?
what you said
Is it
you-
still recording?
Yeah.
I got the question. So Chef Charles, like, so after we're done eating this, you know, it's a big mess, the crock pot. Like, what's the best way to clean out a crock pot? Because I don't know that.
Okay. What I would do is I'd get a Tupperware, a Glade Tupperware, and scoop it out. Try to keep the cornbread on top, or by this time it may be incorporated in there, which is fine. And what I would do is soak the crock pot in some dish soap in your sink just for a little bit. And by spraying it at the beginning will help everything not stick as much. So that's the key. Like I said at the beginning, make sure you spray it, and then at the end it'll be much easier cleanup. And then the crock pots are easy. You can put it in the dishwasher once you get the big chunks off and stuff like that. So then you can put it in the dishwasher and it'll be cleaned up.
Makes sense. Easy to do. Well, thank you for joining me, Chef Charles, and showing all the Grizzlies here on campus how to do this. It was a really big pleasure. Thank you.